All right, but continuing on, going into the the lesson, we're basically not in those times. We're not in the times of basically playing merry songs. Scripture speak about in Ecclesiastes the 7th chapter how the righteous are in the house of mourning. So the tunes that we're playing is to narrate into that particular pitch to wake up the minds of the people. And it's only certain people that's in that mentality. The scripture speak about in Ezekiel 9:4 to speak out to the men that sigh in that cross. So if you're in a sign of, in a spirit of mourning and a spirit of lowliness, when this trumpet is blown into your ears, you're gonna recognize it just off bat because it's playing the tune of your spirit. But these individuals that's in a merry spirit, everything is going well with them. Like the brother said, they're settled on their leaves. They feel like the destruction isn't going to come. When they hear the time of destruction, they're not going to believe it, and they're going to get caught in the wildfire of destruction, man.
And what's so important about that is that you got men out here that are actually lure other men to sleep. When here it is, this man he really doesn't know what's going on, but yet it's this time. Well, no, we're in a time of war, man. We're in that time of war. I'll continue. It says, he heard this, the verse 6, Salakia. Verse 6, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. So that's still on him. At the end of the day, through the spirit of Yahweh, that's really through the spirit. That's speaking on the spiritual sense. Because, hey, here it is. If he heard not the trumpet, the Lord didn't want him to hear. But this is the point. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Why? Because you didn't blow the trumpet, man. So if he out there doing all manners of wickedness, though you didn't blow the trumpet and he didn't hear it or whatever, he was still out there doing wickedness. But at the end of the day, it was your job to wake him up. And that's the point I wanted to make. That's the premise of this lesson, is the fact that you got a man that actually has this truth and you were called to be a watchman, but yet you're not blowing a trumpet. You see that it's a time of war. You see the death, destruction, the calamity, the mourning, and the woe that's coming to that's coming to Jake, but yet you're not blowing your trumpet, man. Why? Because you don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to make people, you don't want to put people in a bad spirit. You should be in a bad spirit. You should put people in a sense of urgency, man. That's what a watchman is for, man. That's what a watchman is for. It's for the hardships that are about to come. A watchman isn't setting up there to blow the trumpet and play musical notes and play hymns in a season of feasting and celebration. You have musicians for that. A watchman is literally on watch for what? Hey, the enemy is coming, man. What Esau even give reverence unto watchmen. That's why you get Paul Revere. Because he was a watchman. The British are coming. The British are coming. Salakia, you'll pull that back up. But and Esau glories in him. All he did was get on the goddamn horse and yell. But what? He warned the people.
That was a very important role.
Yeah, that was a very important role. Why? Because the Minuteman stood up.
Yeah,
hey, go get your guns. It's time to go. It's time to go to war.
And the watchmen are also messengers too. Because a watchman is basically like an angel. They deliver the city. They save the city. And a messenger does what? A messenger's job is to give the message unto the people, so that the messenger be noised abroad, and the people will get the news before it actually drops, and be saved by the destruction that's coming. Excuse me. Matter of fact,
you got something.
Can you read Isaiah 56 and 10?
Let me go to it real quick. It's a lot. You said 56 and 10? All right, this is Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
Yep.
They are all dumb dogs.
They are all dumb dogs. The word dumb means you're not able to speak. And there's a lot of dumb Israelites out here. They Israel. They know about the law, statutes, and commandments. They know about us being carried away in cargo slave ships pursuant to the prophecy of Deuteronomy 28 and 68. They know that Esau is the so-called white man. They know that there's a destruction is coming. They know that the abomination that maketh desolate is on his, on the trucking to come and mow down the Israelites, but they still don't want to hit the highways and byways. They still don't want to do the necessary things it takes to wake up the elect. And that's what makes a watchman a dumb dog, man. Rather than a watchman that's constantly barking and hooping and hollering. Cause that's what, hey, when you knock on the door and it's a dog that's at the door, what's that dog's first instinct? To bark.
God.
Because that's a sign of somebody coming in their quarters, you know. And if you're either a dog that's a righteous dog to the Lord, which the word dog goes back to the word Caleb or Kalad, which means loyal, or you a dumb dog.
And you loyal to your stupidity, man.
And the Lord's not. Yep, that's right. Your ignorance. Yep, like the brother just said. And the Lord's not dealing with dogs that can't bark. That's basically a retarded dog. That's a dog that has no use, man. A dog with busted up vocal cords. What can you use that dog for, man?
Put him to sleep, man.
Yeah,
That's what people do.
Yeah, euthanize him, man. Did you continue?
It says they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
And you see those old dogs, man. Those old yellers. Which old yeller had demons on him, man. That dog was, foaming at the mouth. That dog was bugged out to the point they had to get rid of him, man. And the most out of old yeller, a lot of you niggas, man.
God.
You don't want to hold your post. You don't want to watch. You going in and out of your foxhole. You trying to jump into other people's foxhole. You don't belong there, man.
God.
Hold your post. When the general gives out strict orders to hold your post, you can't just leave your post and go to somebody else's post. Well, I think it was better. This post was a little bit better. I got a little better view. I didn't have a good view over the trees. The trees was in my way from seeing the troops. I think I had a better angle.
God.
Next thing you know, the individuals, goddamn, they come from that area and they destroy the whole camp.
God.
Because what? Your foolish and insubordinate mistake caused the lives of many.
God.
And that's the importance of it. You watched that on the movie, I forget what it's called, where the individual, Charles Sheen, he spoke about grunts. Grunts could take it. One of the military movies, but the individuals, one of the individuals that was holding post fell asleep. And them gooks came in and they slaughtered, I think they knocked off like 2 people, killed one individual. And you had Sergeant Barnes, he basically got up and he cussed them the hell out, man.
Okay.
Basically telling them, be on your shit, man. Or you're going to basically be in a body bag.
Okay.
And he said, use this individual as an example. When you fall asleep on your post, and more of these individuals is going to, rise up. So that's the importance of watching and staying on your guard, staying on your duty. It's
because a lot of you jakes are lazy and some of you jakes are scary, man. And that's another important fact attribute to have in this truth is that faith and to have that courage and to be able to actually go out here and do the work, man, because that's a commandment of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. Matter of fact,
keep going on a little bit more on that.
Yes, a lot. Verse 11, it says, yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
So not only are the dumb dogs sleepy and loving to slumber, they're greedy also, meaning they're greedy for gain. These different pastors, these different congregational leaders, they're all about feeding their own belly, fattening themselves up while sucking up the life out of the congregation, knowing the message, having the time to actually study and to get into the word, but they rather, live off of the pleasures of the world and teach men so that we're in pleasurable times. You had certain individuals that stayed away from the intense prophecies of the word, and they was all about giving pleasure prophecies, prosperity, preaching the prosperity doctrine. And that's these Christians, these different seminary leaders, so to speak, these theologians. Yeah, theologians, and a lot of these Israelites, man. Continue.
All right, it says they are shepherds that cannot understand.
And the shepherd's job is to herd the sheep. Shepherd is a compound word. Herd sheep. And if you're not herding the sheep to the right direction, then you're leading them to the path of death. Either they're going to the path of life or the path of death. It's only two directions. And a lot of these individuals are the blind walking amongst the blind. What it say? If the blind follow the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Because they don't have the eyes to see the ditch that's beneath them, and they're not teaching the individual so. Continue. Basically, like you'll see Jim Jones. It's a Jim Jones story, man. Giving everybody that purple Kool-Aid. And we telling you, Jake, stay away from the Kool-Aid, man. Stay away from the wine. Stay away from the philosophy. But what you niggas, what you do, you push our hands away and you guzzle it down. guzzle it down like a 40, man.
Because it smells good or it looks tasty.
Yeah, it tells you that in Proverbs that the drink that dances in the cup, and when it drink it bites like an adder. That's these philosophies, man.
Come. And you have those philosophies within Israel, man. All right, continuing, it says, they all look to their own way, every one for his gain, from his quarter. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink.
That's that Jim Jones drink right there. Come ye, we're going to fetch wine. That's what you fetching. You ain't fetching after the things that's righteous. You ain't looking and honing on the prophecies, honing on the current events, and declaring it, voicing it out on these different these outlets. You're all about input, putting in spirits, putting in deceit, putting in demons. Continue.
It says, come ye, say they, I will fetch wine. We will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day and much more abundant.
Oh, so that's prosperity. That's the prosperity doctrine. Tomorrow gonna be just like today, and matter of fact, it's gonna be even better. They don't think about things getting worse. They ain't thinking about the Dow plummeting. They're not thinking about the destruction in California. They're not telling their group about the prophecies of martial law, mass amounts of concentration camps that's being built up, these major stores shutting down. They're all about telling people that the economic growth of things. Maybe we can set up schools. We could set up different universities, or we could teach in universities. We could set up these different platforms to teach and bring Jake in, and we could jet cruise, and we could teach in Germany. We could teach in Switzerland and wake up Jake. But it's not that they want to wake up Jake. They just want to go to Switzerland. They want to go to France to see the Leaning Tower. They want to teach in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and shit, man.
So they can say, I've been there.
Just to say I've been there, taking pictures. Teach out there for a couple hours, and then
the rest of it is a vacation.
But the rest of it is a vacation, man. The Lord's not dealing with that spirit, man. The Lord is dealing with getting into the grips of things, man. Getting into the ugly of things.
I got a quick
being in the midst of the battlefield. And that's what a watchman is. The watchman, that's one of the most important roles, because one of the main people that get hit is the watchman. People mainly try to knock off the watchman before he sounds that alarm. Because if you kill a watchman before he sounds that alarm, easy infiltration. You'll watch these different movies with these nighttime assassins, so to speak. First thing they want to do is hit the different people that's on guard. Or they'll slip through the guards.
That's why the Trojan horse was so pivotal in the Spartan and the Trojan War. It's like they bypassed the guardmen. With the Trojan horse, they literally brought it into the city, man. The people were caught unaware, so the people were slaughtered. So that watchman he's a very pivotal piece to the safety of the people, for the continuity of the nation, so to speak. It's the watchman. Even though you may see your position, man, I'm just a grunt. I'm a muscle. Hey, man, that muscle has use, man. That muscle is very pivotal to for the continuation of your nation, man. But you got it.
You said
I had some. This is in Malachi chapter 3, verse 8. Because really, you're robbing